Rock and roll. All right. It's me and the Wolfster out and about one more time. This evening, it's cloudy. The only light, the only shadows cast from the street lights. There's not much wind, surprisingly, but it's bitingly cold for this place at this time of the year. Shouldn't really be as cold as it is. It's not that cold. It doesn't get super cold here, but it gets super damp and super wet. And as a result, well, sometimes you can feel cold to the bone, even though it's not really technically that cold. I've been in minus 15 or somewhere between minus 15 and minus 20, and that was cold, but somehow that felt warmer than here. Maybe it was the snow, maybe it was the atmosphere, maybe it was the Christmas punch, maybe it was something else. It's odd that we can almost train ourselves. We can train our mind. We can train our bodies to become accustomed to almost anything, really, in life. What is the system that we are born into? What is that? It's just the formulation of habits, becoming accustomed to the ideas, accepting them all as being normal, and then going from normalcy to normalcy as we grow up step by step, following the arrows, following the signs, following the directions, the good citizens that we are. It's a shame there's not many stars out this evening. I like seeing them. I like looking at them. Is that strange? Is it strange to like looking at stars and dreaming, imagining? Ooh, look at that! It's super low tide. I don't know what that really means, because it's night. There's no surfers on the beach. There's no walkers out walking. It's dark. Everyone's inside doing their Sunday routines, their Sunday chores, getting themselves ready for Monday, or the moon day that comes after the sun day. Isn't that right, Wolfie? Isn't that right? Yeah, wolves like to hunt by the light of the moon, don't they? They like the night. What are your thoughts this evening, Wolfie? What's on your mind? Have you had any good dreams recently? Have you? Can you remember? A lot of people forget their dreams. You don't want to forget your dreams. They're a large part of your life, really. And there's a lot of people that say that through dream analysis, you can understand much more about what it is that you're doing in life, your direction in life. You can get much more of a handle on why it is you do what you do, because who really knows why they do what they do? I mean, you do it, but why do you do it? You tell yourself, well, I do it because I like it. Yeah, but why do you like it? Well, I like it because I enjoy it. Yeah, but why do you enjoy it? You know? If you pay attention, you're going to hear a lot of people give the same answer 2 or 3 times, thinking it's a different one. It's the way we are. We just want to move on. Don't want to think too much. Please think for me. I just can't bear to. Yeah, there's a lot of that. So what are your dreams, Wolfie? What are your thoughts? What are your ambitions? What are your wishes? What is it that you're after, really? What is it that you truly seek? What is it that any of us truly seek? Are you just surviving? Are you getting by? Oh, I'm just plodding along, you know. Yep. We know, don't we? Note to self reminds me, I've got to finish that book. I've got to do the last draft. I've got to get it started. Oh, look, it is super low tide. I'm down at the harbour wall, peering over the edge, and it's all rocks. It's all rocks. Super low. There we go. Yeah, note to self. Things have been a bit of a roller coaster over the last couple of months, so what I needed was 4 or 5 clear days, not completely clear, but where I could insert a specific amount of time in order to finish the next book. It just needs a final draft. Just. Only took me 5 years to write. It only sat on the shelf for ages as well. It's going to be, it's going to be irrelevant if I don't put it out soon, because it very much refers to the social class and society structure that we live within, which is another construct, isn't it? Oh, I'm not saying it's bad, right? You want things to be, you want some things to be planned, managed, organized. You know, you want the buses to arrive on time, and the trains and the planes as well. You would have thought it would be easier to get buses to arrive on time, wouldn't you? Apparently it's easier to get planes to arrive on time. Maybe they should take the managers of airports and get them to manage bus stations or something like that. Or maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe it's because airports are sort of more run on a commercially orientated venture, whereas your bus is down to your local government, I suppose, who like things the way they are. They like life the way that it is. And change, oh my gosh, change is dangerous. New things. Oh, not the new things. Oh my god. What was that about? New stuff. Excuse me, are you... No, no, no. Go away. Okay. All right. Keep your hair on. What was I talking about before the book, Wolfie? Oh, dreams, visions, goals, targets, aims, ambitions. All the good stuff, right? All the good stuff. Do you think there's... What do you think, Wolfie? The majority of people, they live in their dream, or are they just being satisfied with where they are, not pushing things too far, not trying too hard, not really wanting to change the world? What do you think, Wolfie? I think that most people are not living their dreams. That's what I think. I think most people have got something tucked away, locked away inside. It's not that you have to completely live your dream and do nothing else. You know, you can have it as a little project on the side. You can work at it in your spare time and build it up and build it up. If you want, you can do it like that. It doesn't have to be the main thing, but I think most people are not living their dreams. I think most people are holding back. They're holding something in reserve. And the crazy thing is that holds back other people as well. Because if one person starts to make their dreams become a reality, it kind of shows everybody that you can make your dreams become a reality if you really, truly and completely want to. It's the, crabs in a bucket analogy, isn't it? One of the crabs tries to climb out of the bucket and all the other crabs pull him down because, oh no, we can't have one person escaping, because if he can get out, we can all get out. And we've just been sitting here the whole time on top of each other like fools. Oh my. Right? So people hold each other back and they hold each other down as well. It's insane how we are as people. It's okay to check on each other, but you don't want to busybody around checking what everyone else is doing just so that you can tell them not to do it because you don't like it. Well, I don't think that's a good idea anyway. Yeah, of course everyone's different. Of course some people are going to be interested in other people, for different reasons. They might be interested because they care. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing at all. So I still think that there's a lot of, what should we call it, dream dampening. Stamp out those dreams. No, we can't have that. Oh my God, that person's on fire over there. Quick, do something. Lighthouse in the distance. Oh, green this evening. Because, why is the lighthouse there? It could be anywhere along the coast. Why did they put it there? That's puzzled me, because it's not a port there. It's quite far away from where the ports are. You would have thought they would have had the lighthouse at the port, but I don't know, maybe they needed something in between. But surely you'd see the lights of the town or something there. I don't know. Mysteries. Must be a reason for it. Pretty sure there is. So, dreams are just another thing that matter. And I think the reason why we live, here's what he wants to say. Yeah, maybe. The reason for living is to make your dreams become a reality. Nothing else matters. Because it's all just going to disappear and fade into dust eventually. Pretty sure that these cars that I'm walking past, one day they'll be crushed into nothingness. These houses will one day be bulldozed and replaced with something. I'm pretty sure. I mean, no civilization has really lasted forever, has it? I mean, you can find some pretty old buildings around the Mediterranean that people have lived in for hundreds of years, but there's so I was thinking about how you schedule your life and where dreams fit in to the big scheme of things. Is it something, do you think like, oh, okay, maybe on a rainy day or one day, or I'll put it on my bucket list, or do you have it sort of up front and center? Do you put it on a dream board and have that vision of something that you always can see, and so it just becomes burnt into your mind? Do you write it down? Do you write a story about it? Do you make a collage? Do you check internet pages related to that topic of that dream, wherever, whatever, whenever? You know, where does the dream fit in to everything in a person's life? And what happens when it, what happens if you think you're not going to achieve your dream? What happens if there's these giant hurdles or barriers to achieving the thing you want to achieve? Which brings me back to, that's interesting, that brings me back to an email that I got from someone today about an interview. Someone who thought that at one point in time their dreams of achieving anything were gone, but they somehow turned it around and made the impossible possible through sheer will and self-belief, through complete focus. And I would imagine a bit of meditation and prayer in there as well. Anyway, I hope that interview comes off, because that's funny, because I sent them an email about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, more. I finally got a reply after 8 months saying, yeah, sure, I'd love to do an interview. As if nothing had happened in between, right? And my God, there's always something happening. It's never quiet. It's never dull. It's never boring around here, that's for sure. There's always something going on. So that'd be an interesting discussion about dreams and the manifestation of positive results, which is really what we're all after, I think. But what was my question? If you begin to hear me panting and think that I'm a bit out of breath, there's quite a steep hill about 3/4 of the way through this walk. And I've noticed that at the beginning, I seem to be breathing quite normally. But by the time I get to the top of the hill, I'm a little bit panty, a bit like a panty. Did I really say that? Is that the adjective from a dog panting? A very panty dog? No, it's probably not, right? It probably means the other word, right? It probably only means underwear, right? Okay. I'm sorry, I'd like to apologize for my very panty dog. That's alright. We don't mind pink. So, I'm usually like a dog with its tongue hanging out by the time I get to the top of this hill in the evening. It's not even that great a hill. I mean, I should be fit enough to do this. It's a question of fitness. You must train. You must focus. Inviting is the dark side. Something like that. Right. What happens when the dream is broken? What happens when the dream shatters? What happens when the dream crumbles all around you? What do you do then? Do you just pack up and go, oh well, at least I tried? Do you look at everything and go, right, let's start again? How do you approach that? How do you approach the great negativity of failure? Assuming, of course, that's automatically assuming that failure is negative, because there's a whole philosophy that you have to fail your way to a better you to a greater extent, and just keep pounding away at whatever it is you want to do till you get it right, till it works out. Or alternatively, you become the fool, constantly doing the same thing the same way forever, expecting a different result. I don't know. There must be some room for science and scientific experiments in that whole concept and idea. Must be something. Over the top of the hill, down the other side, past the church on the corner, which has these great stone turreted kind of entrances around the church. A fantastic building. Where did our skills in terms of design go? I mean, it's gone up and down a bit throughout history. Definitely, we definitely failed a lot in the 50s, 60s, and 70s of the last century in terms of Yes, let's be functional and not worry about how it looks. No, how it looks matters. How the product looks matters. We're all attracted to things that are aesthetically pleasing and aesthetically nice. It's just the way we are as human beings. We like nice stuff. Yeah, we do. We do. I mean, nobody wants to live in a mess, do they? I don't know. I mean, there's creativity, right? I mean, a mess can just mean that things are happening. And there's some kind of whole concept of learning you can have from that process as well, of just experimentation and not knowing and trying to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. The puzzle that is life, Wolfie. Life is the puzzle. And we, the people, are the pieces. And these pieces must fit together or be fitted together. That is the essence of it all. That is the essence of life. But where does the dream fit into it? Is there a space? Is there a space for the contemplation of our lightest and darkest imaginations? There must be. Everything exists for a reason, right? Everything can be explained, right? I pretty much think so. I haven't come across anything in my life that's made me go, oh, well, that's totally weird. Must be weird stuff around. I mean, trying to think, what would be kind of abstract weirdness? I don't know, gravity, right? Gravity would fit into that, and I guess you just don't think much about it because you're sort of born into it and consider it to be the norm. Thank goodness for that, otherwise it'd all be floating off the planet. Could you imagine the mess? We would have no control. Yep. I've always thought it's funny that people try to build flying cars. I mean, we can't even drive them on the roads properly. What kind of mess and havoc would we have in the sky if cars could fly, right? And how would the police stop people if people did things wrong? Right? Would they just, I don't know, just chase them up and down streets on different levels? And how high would you fly? Could you fly? Oh no, it'd just be, and think of all the people that have problems with their cars and their engines, right? They would just be dropping out of the sky. So I'm sorry, but this idea that people would actually be allowed to fly their cars, no, it's not going to happen. It's a very nice little dream that people have, thinking that the future is going to be all Back to the Future or Blade Runner or Fifth Element or whatever sci-fi kind of film. No, there's probably better films than that. I just don't follow any of it anymore. I don't care. What's new? I don't care. I'm just not interested. They just seem to. Most things just seem to be cycles of the same stuff around and around and around again. Yeah, it's just. it all comes back. Now and then you get a semi original idea, which will be a sort of, it'll be a take on things that have already been done. But because you have to lead people with what they know, and that's the secret to persuasion, the real secret to persuasion. Not just telling people, "Oh, you're fantastic," wow. No, you've got to lead people with what they know. You've got to find out what they're interested in, and be interested in that too. And then you can communicate with them on their level about topics that they like. And then you can slide in every now and then new themes and new ideas, and then what ifs, right? What if? What do you think about that? What if? Right? That's the secret to persuasion. If only we could persuade ourselves that our visions and dreams are important. If only we could see into the minds of others. What a gift would God give us to see ourselves as others see us. A gift. A gift or a curse, perhaps. Perhaps it would be a curse if that happened, not a gift. Just perhaps. I think we have enough problems with our own heads and our own thoughts and our own ideas and making things work. But there's nothing wrong with being selfless, you know that? So true, so true. The secret. Selflessness. One of the hidden secrets, right? What is the real secret to prayer? It's that you don't pray for yourself, you pray for others. And perhaps if those prayers are heard, perhaps it will have some positive effect on your life too. But you can't wait for it. Gotta do something. Gotta do something to make those dreams come true. I guess I'm seeking inspiration right now. I guess I'm asking for a sign, looking for a direction. Lots of signs here. They've all been knocked over by the wind. Yep. That's going to be fun when drivers come down here. Oh, they're not going to see those ones because I picked those ones up, but they're not going to see them because of the cars there. Well, there's giant barriers and there's an extra light and there's an arrow pointing one way, so I guess those ones will be. How do they keep? I picked them all up the other day. How are they all falling over again? Huh. Well, if they're still over in the morning, I'll pick them up, but chances are around here there'll just be another storm during the night and they'll all get blown over again. Oh well. I guess that's it, Wolfie. We're back. And we're back. We're back home. Home is where the heart is, Wolfie. Home is where the heart is. Thanks very much for tuning in, anyone that's listened. Drop me a message. Tell me where you are and what you think. Otherwise, have a good one.